birds come in. Sounds like I seats in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle. LED logo the tag. I go in back of the. They all from that. My diamonds, they all look at. This, that. I go to bed on bed. I got the beam in the flats. I got it in the back. Haters, they talk the chat. They step on the rock, the man. I'm a K-back. 400K. I found out where you lay at. I got the lurking and they hate cats. Pockets stay fat. I got the from the block and they scamming, they know what banks at. I got the work on the avenue, they know what tanks at. I got the live in the mansion, they know what that. I got some that's up in the Jordan, they know what that. I came on top of the building again, we had a plan. We came on top of the building again, we never ran. Down there, thought that I had a fan. Oh, hey, any 10 o'clock, got a flight out, yeah, I'm going back out to Japan. I got 2 Billy truck and a bitch door with a land. Bruce Wayne, I'm Batman. Batman, I'm best man. I got my best man. I go to hotels when I step out, yeah, your boy got a doorman. I go to nightclubs with a, yeah, they call me the madman. I ain't no madman, I just go crazy, man. Ball hard, can't face, man. Choppers, rip wasteland. This what happen when you give it a taste life and you give it a wasteland. This what happens when you give it a fake life and then the aping. I live with birds come in. Sounds like I seats in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle. I live with birds come in. Sounds like I seats in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle.
Hey, I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. Wearing gold, I came up and made it happen. Now it's by the stove. Big inside this case of once. Do me dirty, I'ma find you, lay your out on the flow. 19 with a, I got rich by myself. Rather do this alone, I wasn't.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Down to the 25. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game.
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Zerline out now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Hey. 4 down.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. He finds Hearns left side. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll run it with Elliott, and he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Now, the Los Angeles Rams, they continue to be a great story this season. A solid team. That wonderful start, although they did lose Week 9, obviously, to New Orleans. So the 72 Dolphins celebrated again.
Yeah, they got a chance to hug it out and still be the last team to go undefeated in modern football. 17-0 that team was, but let's face it, no one shedding any tears for the Rams after that loss to New Orleans. They still have weapons galore on offense, a stout defensive front led by Aaron Donald, leading their division. They're aiming for the playoffs, and as all their moves in the offseason and during the season picking up Dante Fowler Jr. to rush the passer, they're shooting for the Super Bowl.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Short throw pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. In search of redemption from the pick six, Goff. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the 1st down sticks are, and get there.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll try the air now with Goff. And Woods has it complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Goff to Woods as the Rams move the chains.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chidobe with a pick, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Woods, the intended receiver.
You know, Charles, it is hard to believe that we are sitting on the doorstep of Thanksgiving week. Already that time of year, but it always gives us good football. One of the games on Thanksgiving, Chicago and Detroit, that'll get the party started at 12:30 Eastern.
One of the traditional games, Detroit hosting, Dallas hosting, but in this case, we will stay in the Motor City. And this is the longest-running annual series in the NFL. A lot of people think about Detroit and Green Bay or Chicago and Green Bay. It's Detroit and Chicago. They've met at least once a year since 1930, 178 times total, and they just met 2 weeks ago in Chicago and going to do it again.
2nd down, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Had a great strong move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. It's a keeper with Prescott, and he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. A 1st down carry by Elliott. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, Charles, a year ago at this time, I asked you what your Thanksgiving plans were. So I got a funny answer out of you last year. I'm going to ask you again, what are you doing for Thanksgiving this year?
Trying to figure out exactly what time I can kick everyone out of my house so I can just hunker down and watch what's left of the football schedule. That's what I want to know.
Oh, come on. Your mother-in-law is coming in. It's going to be a great time at the Davis household.
But she can stay as long as she wants. She's family. But everyone else,
get out.
They have an expiration time.
What about the dogs?
50-50. Depends on how they act that day.
Well, when things go awry, you can just get in the car and head out for the airport because you got a game that weekend.
I certainly do. I will be headed to Charlotte, Seattle at Carolina that Sunday. Looking forward to that one. But even while I'm jesting a little bit about people being at the house, some of you I'm not jesting about. Hurry up and get out.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here's Goff. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. They are going for it. Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he gets it down to the 48. Enough for the first. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a handoff for Gurley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
3rd and goal, Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams are in for 6. Zerline out now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Dallas getting the ball again here on offense, and the Cowboys haven't been able to build a ton of momentum if you look at their 2018 season as a whole, Charles. In fact, the first 7 weeks before the bye earlier in the year, it was kind of like flipping a coin. It was loss, win, Bucs win. So I don't know what you make of this team.
You would actually expect that coin to come up heads 2 times in a row or tails 2 times in a row, wouldn't you? I think that we'll see the second half belong to Ezekiel Elliott because the move to get Amari Cooper out wide should open things up a little bit more, and he's such an impact player, and that's how they played best. Him leading, running the football, and establishing the line of scrimmage. And also working in their favor, there's absolutely no one running away with the NFC East.
Yeah, Redskins and Eagles, they're in the mix obviously at the top, but you're right, just above 500. Prescott. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Prescott looks to throw on first. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. They go play action here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Nine seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10.
Super 66.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Gurley again here on first down. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Goff now on second down. They'll roll him out right. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
76.
Again, they run with Gurley. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They go ahead and snap it. Goff airing it out deep for Woods. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Trying to get it to Woods. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last two drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. And incomplete on the deep ball. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's third down.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And the Rams getting set to go now. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Right back to him on first down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. Well, a pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Rams on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
14.
Back to throw, Goff. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They run, it's Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Goff now to throw. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. David Irving coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
Tiger.
Out of the gun, Goff. Dumps it off to Gurley. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. From the gun, here's Goff. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. A first down throw for Prescott. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Now he'll escape to his left. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott from 19 yards away. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. As it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
On first down, it's gone. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
To throw on second down is gone. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll get it down here to the 43. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And 12 yards that time and picking up the first. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Jeff Heath, the one to bring him down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Gurley. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now Gurley. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They get it to him running left. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bed.
And this is caught at the 20. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. Well, no doubt an electrifying finish to have it down inside the 10-yard line. That final shot, though, they couldn't get it in the end zone, and that's all she wrote.
And they had the final shot. The last snap taken that close to the end zone. They don't get it in, so they'll regret that. But flip it over, making a stand in that portion of the field, congratulations to them.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from AT&T Stadium.